Good morning! I'm here at the Sandbeach Lake Trailhead in the wild Basin section of the Rocky Mountain National Park. And it's just before 5:30. And today, I'm going to be going for Mount Meeker. It's going to be extremely difficult, and I'm actually a little scared right now. I mean, we're looking at 6.5 miles out with a 5,600 foot vertical elevation gain. I'm just grinding my way up this Sandbeach Lake Trail. I'm going pretty fast. It's going to be a beautiful day today. We should have perfectly clear skies all day. And that's looking over at Meadow Mountain. I've been hiking for 1 hour. I'm 2.5 miles into the hike, and I've come up about 1,300 feet. That's not too bad at all. I mean, distance-wise, I'm over a third of the way up there, but I'm not even close. Those last 2 miles are going to be so hard. Made it up to the Hunter's Creek campsite, which means that the creek should be right up here around the corner. And then somewhere in this area is a little social trail that splits off. And you can take that way up to the base of Meeker. However, I think it's going to be kind of marshy and wet back there. So I'm going to instead stay on the trail and take it closer to Sandbeach Lake. And then there's a little bend right before the lake. And I'm going to hop off the trail right there and take it on up to Meeker Meadow. I'm up here at Hunter's Creek, and just off to the right is the social trail. And this will actually cut some distance off. However, during this time of the season, I don't know if I want to go back there. So I'm going to continue on, take this up for about another, I don't know, half mile or so. I'm maybe about 1/10 of a mile from the lake. However, right here at this bend, just before you drop in on it, this looks like a good spot to cut over. There's a cairn right here. There's also a little social trail that branches off. See, the reason why I want to wait and cut off up here is because there's no water. This should all be dry. So yeah, let's take this on over and see where it goes. It should head pretty much in a northern direction right on up to Meeker Meadow. Just stashed the poles in the backpack, and I'm getting ready for the fun part now. Actually, getting up to this point wasn't that bad. I had to knock out those 4+ miles just to get up here. And from here on out, it's going to get pretty rad. I got to bushwhack my way over to Meeker Meadow. So far, this isn't too bad of a bushwhack. It's a little nasty, but it looks like I am staying on the trail back here. It is very faint. I don't know if I'm in the right spot, but I'm basically staying high. There's kind of a little ridge within this bushwhack, and I'm up on it right now. As you can see, it slopes off to the left. Then also over here it slopes off to the right. That's going to be Meeker in the background. Holy guacamole. I've just been staying up on this ridge because there's a big old drop off to the east, to my right. So I'm staying up here, working my way around to that south ridge. And there it is, Mount Meeker. And this thing right here is the south ridge. I feel like I'm in a really good spot right now. I see a faint trail. I'm up here on the ridge, and it looks like I'm heading straight for the south ridge on Mount Meeker. I overshot Meeker Meadow big time, went way to the west, went way up too high. So I'm having to work my way back to the east now, kind of down into the hole. But I just want to get to Meeker Meadow and then start from there. just ran into a really faint trail out here, and also I just picked up some cairns, so this is a really good sign. At least somebody else has been back here at some point. I've got a moose on the trail just ahead of me here. He's maybe about 30 yards away. Actually, it's a she. There's two of them. I think she's got a baby. Unfortunately, they are directly in my path. I believe I need to go that way. Boy, I messed this up big time. I'm supposed to be way down over in here in the Meeker Meadows, and then you come up this relatively nice grade on the left side of the Dragon's Egg right there, and then take it on up, get on the west side, and then just hike on up to the summit. Well, maybe I didn't mess this up as bad as I thought I did after all. That looks pretty good right there. I'm about 3 hours into the hike, sitting at an elevation of just over 10,800, which means I've got over 3,100 left. I can clearly see where I messed up, and boy, that was bad. You can kind of see like that little rock ridge going up through the trees. I followed that all the way up, and I got to this little rocky spot right there and was looking across over here going, wow, I'm in the wrong spot. So I had to go down and up, and I had to cross a bunch of real nasty marshland. Yeah, that wasn't the way to go. When I come back, I'm heading it straight down this way. Just boom, straight out. So I believe I'm in the Meeker Meadows right now, and this looks pretty doable for the foreseeable future. What I'm gonna do for the short term is head up right here, and then get on top of that little grass ledge, and then reassess and go for the next one. I'm up here to about 11,500. I'm about ready to hit the Dragon's Egg. That's the next short-term goal. And that's right here. This really isn't too bad. I mean, it's steep, but it's not as bad as I thought. What's nice about this is that it's solid. It's not that loose scree. These are pretty much just like stairs. Whoa, stairs that move. I'm about even with the Dragon's Egg. just right at 12,000 almost. And the next short-term goal is to aim for the ridge. Actually, I'm not sure where to go right now. That's looking back at what I've come up so far. Boy, Sandbeach Lake is looking far away right now. That's the summit way up there. Still got about 1,700 feet. But I'm gonna gain the ridge right over here. And then I'm gonna get on that west side and take it straight on up to the summit. I'm really close to gaining the south ridge. And I hope I'm doing this right. Well, I just came over the top and this is what I got. It looks okay. I think I can get up that. I'm over 12,400 feet. It's just now 10 o'clock. And I want to aim to the left of that rock. I'm at about 12,650. So that means I got about 1,300 left in about a half mile. So I'm going to continue on and head right up here into this little gap. And then I'm going to reassess and see what it looks like from there. That's looking across at Mount Alice, Chief's Head, Andromeda, Keyboard of the Winds. It's going to be Long's Peak right there. And I just need to keep heading up. Looking over at Long's, and I've got just over 1,000 feet to the summit. And I can see it. Looks like a straight shot right up to it. Only got about 500 more vertical feet and about a quarter mile. I'm gonna make it. And at 6 hours and 35 minutes, I'm up here. Mount Meeker Summit. Yes! That's looking over at Long's Peak on the left. You're gonna have Storm Peak down there in the middle with the snow on it. And then the double humper on the right, Mount Lady Washington. It's about 10 till 1, so I'm gonna start heading down. It's time to go. This time on the way down, I'm going to stay to the east of the ridge. I'm going to go around this snow over here to the left, and I should be able to take it straight on down. It is a lot looser over here though. I was out of control just then. Finally getting close to being down there somewhat. So I'm gonna go a different way through the trees. I'm gonna keep it more to the east, and I'm gonna try and hug Hunter's Creek on the way out. I really don't care if my shoes get wet now. I'm just trying to get out of here. It's finally starting to flatten out a little bit, and this time I'm getting cairns. That's cool. The water's coming out from underneath that rock right there. It's flowing on down. We're gonna follow this all the way out. And yeah, it got real marshy back there. My shoes are completely soaked. Now I realize why I went the other way. This way sucks. I mean, it's just so nasty. And it's like a mile longer. Because where this dumps out, it's like way further down the trail. So instead of just like beelining it back to the trail and then having a nice trail, you got to do this like diagonal all the way down. And finally, I'm back on the main trail. Changing my socks just now might have been one of the smartest things I've done all day. That and bypassing that Hunter's Creek trail on the way up. God, I'm so glad I skipped that. I would have had wet shoes like the whole day. I just had to take another 5 to 10 minute break and eat something, because I really haven't eaten anything all day. Like my little nut mix all spilled into my bag. So basically all that I've eaten so far today, up to this point, was the few little nuts and raisins and stuff that didn't fall out of the bag. And then my water idea worked out pretty well too, because I have that water straw, but the only annoying thing about that water straw is that you have to lean over into the water source to drink out of it. So what I did is I brought one of those real super light metal water bottles and then just fill that up and stick the straw down in there. That way I can carry water with me. But I filled that up and drank it down like 3 different times. So in addition to the 100 ounces in my Camelback, I'll probably drink another 50 ounces out of the bottle. It's just now 5:30, so that means it took 6 hours and 35 minutes up, 5 hours down, and then I sat at the top for 30 minutes for a total time of 12 hours and 5 minutes. I'm back. I had to dig real deep for that one, but I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next one, y'all. Peace.